Okay, today is September 13th, 2017, and we're looking at the tropical floater map. This is the visible light map for Hurricane Jose in the West Atlantic. And we can see a tremendous blast pattern on Jose right here. Let's take a closer look. We'll stop the loop and step through it a frame at a time. All right, so here's the area where the storm is being targeted with a microwave or laser right here. We can see that actually there's 1, 2, 3, 4 dimple marks. And as we scroll to the next frame, we can see what happens. Each frame of this video represents a 1/2 hour time lapse. Okay, so we can see that what's happened here, we have an expanding area that's been superheated, and we can see the blast pattern right here already developing, which is moving out very quickly to the outside of this storm. And of course, this is a pressure wave right here, and we can see the blast pattern here that develops right here. Just back this up, we can see that there's a ring right here, right there. Okay, so that ring is now way out on the outside. Let's just let it roll, and you can see what happens. It's a pressure wave right there. Ends up all the way out at the end of this loop, shooting out to the north. So there's no question what's happening here with these storms. These weather controllers have complete control. They can stop these storms dead in their tracks. And that's what they're trying to do now with Hurricane Jose. If you look at some of these other loops, we can see this is the water vapor loop. We can see that tremendous blast pattern right here along the south edge. And then it's hit again, and that's what we were just looking at up close. Here in the water vapor map, we can't see as much detail, but there is a slight pressure wave there on the very north end of the storm. It almost looks like a concussion blast pattern right here. We can see easily see the pressure wave there through that sequence. And we have a lot of clockwise rotation. We've got high pressure installed in this area to prevent this storm from moving anywhere near the United States. Now here's the leftovers of Irma. This thing has been completely squashed out. There is some counterclockwise rotation, but we can see that, look at all the clockwise rotation right over here. But that's what's left of Irma. So they could have done this same thing way out here in the Atlantic, like what's happening to this upper level low over here in the North Atlantic. So once again, Irma was a calculated terrorist event. That was a disaster that was manufactured, that was allowed to happen. And once again, we see how Jose has been stopped dead in its tracks. It's trying to rebuild, but they're going to keep it stalled out here and just keep on hitting it with that power. And towards the end of this loop, notice the right angle. Let's go ahead and scroll towards the end of the loop here. We can see that right here on these edges, the northern edges of this storm, we see almost about 120-degree angle right there. And look towards the very last, look at that. That's not a right angle, but it's getting pretty close. It's about 120 degrees, I would say. Okay, let's look next at the infrared map. We see the same pattern. And towards the end of this loop, we can see that same, those same two straight edges towards the very end of the loop right here. There is definitely manipulation going on there. We can see the blast pattern here all the way around. Got the remnants of Irma up here, still swirling counterclockwise. Got some clockwise rotation over here. And here's the visible light map. We can really see that last pattern right there. That is just so obvious. And again, Jerry Brown, all the actors and actresses in Hollywood, Al Gore, our previous president, all of his people. This is not carbon dioxide causing this, or greenhouse gas. This is just good old-fashioned high power RF or laser light superheating this area. That's what that is. Anyone that would deny that is not fit to have anything to do with climate analysis. Okay, so that is, let's take a look here at the West Coast real quick. We have low pressure system here developing, which is being manipulated. We have a flat spot here and about a 120-degree angle, which is rerouting the jet stream. We've got a mid and upper level low right here over California. This has been parked for a couple of days. It also has we've got a blockade built in right here, which is preventing the jet stream from winding into that low. This is a man-made feature right here. And then we have, let's take a look at the hurricane map. We've got several disturbances down in the East Pacific. These just popped up in the last 2 or 3 days. We got 15E and 16E just popped up this morning. And then this thing, which now has a 70% chance of hurricane formation in 2 days. This just popped up about a day and a half ago. I think 2 days ago it had like a 30% chance. So now we're at 70, and over here, this is new, 10% chance of hurricane formation. So we got four opportunities here for storm development. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, so we'll just leave it right here and do another update later on. That's it.